Jiu-jitsu to me is everything. Everything because it transcends into everything that I do, everything that I am.
This is the story of one person. A person with a strong fighting spirit who is able to change a whole community. Meet Salvatore Pace, the man at the head of Gracie Barra, a martial arts academy specializing in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. Salvatore, who is of Italian heritage, is a former Jiu Jitsu world champion with more than 15 years of grappling experience. Driven by a passion for how the martial art can change individuals' lives, he established one of the first Brazilian Jiu Jitsu academies here in the odd down community of Bath, with many more to follow.
Picture people playing chess, right? It's a thinking man's game. And every move that you make has a consequence 2 to 3 moves later on, although I don't play chess. However, I play human chess. And on the mats, it's exactly the same thing. Only the consequences are slightly higher. You know, somebody's going to get choked, somebody's going to get armbarred, somebody's going to get submitted. So it's exactly the same. You're playing human chess.
Offering classes for children and adults, Salvatore teaches the self defense skills of Jiu Jitsu. His family has become a pivotal part of impacting the local community. Many say Salvatore is the academy, and the academy is Salvatore. He is the spirit of Jiu Jitsu, who gives them wisdom, purpose, and guidance. He is their family. Today, Salvatore has more than 5 Brazilian Jiu Jitsu academies across the southwest and is a regional collaborator for Gracie Barra.
I actually didn't really start martial arts until I was 10. Uh, I completely was always mesmerized and in love with martial arts. Later on, when I was about 15, 16, my family moved to the UK and I started Thai boxing and wrestling. The first Ultimate Fighting Championship began and we were exposed to Hoist Gracie in 1993. Immediately, myself and some of my friends, we wanted to jump on the bandwagon. We saw how effective Gracie Jiu Jitsu, Brazilian Jiu Jitsu was. I was a man on a mission. I believed wholeheartedly in martial arts and what I was doing. I decided to fully dedicate myself to martial arts. So I sold everything that I had at the time. I then had the opportunity to go to Brazil, learn at the number one Brazilian Jiu Jitsu academy in the world, which was Gracie Barra at the time. My dream was of setting in stone Gracie Barra Bath. And then from that, having several academies stem from the Gracie Barra Bath.
But it was not always a smooth path for Salvatore. As he reminisces, he once had to work day shifts as a chef and night shifts as a bodyguard to make his dream come true. He and his wife Francesca, who runs the schools with him, have 3 children together. The couple, 12 years into their marriage, are happier than ever, and Jiu-Jitsu has become a core part of their family.
There's no words to describe the feeling of training my own children. There's no words to describe of the interaction on the mat when we have a little play around, a little grapple, you know. And it's the same with my wife, watching her development and watching her and seeing her become this strong, beautiful woman that she is.
The dojo has become a second home to many of its students, and for young Cypress Hughes, it's been a place to achieve great success. Cypress is a rising star in the Brazilian Jiu Jitsu world. At just 13 years old, he's already won multiple championships and he is considered one of the top young Brazilian Jiu Jitsu athletes in the UK. Cypress is but just one success story from Salvatore's academy.
When I first started, I was 6 years old, and at first, my dad wanted me to do it. He just wanted me to do another sport. Like he said, he wanted me to get better at rugby or be ready for contact in rugby. And then as I went on, I started understanding stuff, I started enjoying it, and it was my decision that I wanted to keep doing it. Before I started, I was really shy and I wouldn't talk to anyone. But now I started jiu-jitsu, after a couple of years, I started gaining more confidence. And now I don't really go shy anymore that much.
There's a code. There's a code of practice in here, and it's really nice to see how they've grown and matured and I would say Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu has been a huge driver towards that.
Jiu-Jitsu teaches you to be able to hold your emotions back and use them at the right time, because when you're competing, you're going to need to use aggression, but you don't want to be aggressive. You don't want to end up like lashing out and hurting somebody. You want to be able to use it, and then when you finish your match, put it back in and not get overexcited. When I first started competing, I couldn't handle competing. I couldn't handle losing. Whenever I lost, I'd cry or I'd get angry. I'd lash out at my coach, my dad, my brother. But then the more I did it, the more I got used to it. The more I lost, the more I won, the more I learned to control it. So now if I lose, it's just like I'll go back, train, learn how to control that, learn what I did wrong, and then I'll go back to the competition trying to use what I did wrong as a mindset.
Odd Down is a lower-income area in Bath that has been dealing with violent crime and anti-social behaviour, and Salvatore's choice to set up here was not by chance. His aim was to take youths off the street and give them an outlet, teaching them self-regulation, away from gangs and bad influences.
Gracie Bar and Gracie Bar Bath is love. It's pure love from my heart to my mats, to my students. Odd Down was the place where I felt that the community could benefit from the most. So opening Gracie Bar Bath in Odd Down, I believe has really helped the community and continues to help the community.
According to official government statistics via the Office of National Statistics, in 2021, 4,859 people died due to substance misuse. There has been a 4.8% increase in drug use between April 2021 and March 2022. A significant rise compared to the previous year.
There has been so many people that came to the mats over the years who were involved in poor life choices, People who have been overweight, people who have abused substances, people who have just not had the right direction in life, and the mat has managed to be the most incredible teacher for most of us. Today we're going through a period of life where teenage gangs are a thing. Teenage gangs, knife crime is a huge thing, and it's not good. It's really not good. So the more young men and women we can get off the streets, the more children we can educate at a very early age, hopefully the less there'll be a place for this violence of knife crimes and everything else.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu has helped many youths off the street. It continues to help with aggression and has even been used in programs targeting PTSD.
Jiu-Jitsu does help in their aggression, because most people that you get to know through Jiu-Jitsu, the sort of, I would say, the higher the rank they get, the more relaxed they are, the more humble they are, the more, I guess it's more, the saying goes, I'd rather be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. So it's almost, if the whole community embraces that, then that'll certainly wean out a lot of the problems going forward. They just need something to focus on. A lot of the communities have got nothing. There's nothing in the community for them to do. How Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu can help everybody is discipline, friendship, integrity, honesty. There's many different values that people have that Jiu-Jitsu brings. A big thing is people have a big ego, and they've got this huge ego, and they come onto the mat sometimes when they're starting up, and you've got to, you sort of, they're humbled after their first session.
It's very personal. Jiu-Jitsu is very personal.
It's very personal,
You get attached to your students. You get, if your student's not feeling very well, if your student's injured, you feel that. Yeah. I reach out to my students. If I know there's something going wrong in their life, I reach out to them because I want to be able to help them beyond the mat.
Salvatore is changing the community, and from there, so the world. Here, an ordinary person with his own job and passions is trying to make the world a better place. He continues to open schools across the Southwest with a desire to reach as many people as possible and pass on his knowledge and way of life. This is Spirit.